Hello, welcome back for Unit 4 of our American History 1 course here at Waldorf University. And as we reach kind of the midway point of the course here at the end of this week, I think I'm seeing some very good things from the group. Whether it's on the discussion board with how we're pulling in some of that other stuff. I know we've got some primary source familiarity we're building there. We're going to see that again this week as we move into the Unit 4 discussion board. Or it's how we're bringing in some of that content. I think we could improve some. Again, I want you to be really focused on three things that are really vital. First, the quality of research that you're doing and the source that you're bringing in and how that can build your own credibility. I think that's a skill that's great, whether it's in history, whether it's in whatever you do for a living. Having the best possible information, taking it into consideration, exploring a variety of viewpoints, and then moving to that second step, which is creating clear analysis and having a quality argument that's addressing all the different parts of an issue, and then thirdly, communicating that to other people. Those are skills that are important in every field. And as we're looking at some of these different sources, you're putting together assignments, really challenge yourself to be keeping those things in mind. Those are great outcomes for you, no matter what you do for a living or what your future plans are. To be able to do quality research, analyze it effectively, and communicate it clearly. Those are things I want you to be thinking about as you work through. And this week we had two challenges to do that. First, on the discussion board, you're going to take a look again at the Unit 4 required resources, and you're going to take a very close look at the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights and how those important documents are going to influence who we are as Americans today. And so there's links to those on the discussion board. Make sure you're hopping over, taking a look at them, reading them in depth. I think a lot of Americans take for granted things in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and this is a great opportunity for you to sit down and go through our foundational document or our social contract in the United States. The document itself, ratified in 1788, the United States Constitution is made up of a preamble and 7 articles that describe the way the government is structured and how it operates. You can learn a lot about the United States by just carefully reading the Constitution. Ratified in 1791, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution make up what we call the Bill of Rights, which guarantee essential rights and civil liberties. We hear about a lot of these, whether it's freedom of speech or the second, the right to bear arms, all the way through things like the 13th, which is going to abolish slavery, or heading up to granting the women the right to vote with the 20th. You go through all of these different parts of this, and after reading the two documents, please respond to the 3 questions I have there. Which one of the 10 amendments that constitutes the Bill of Rights do you believe is the most important? Maybe, and a lot of people orient their political identities around this. Maybe you're a huge free speech person. Maybe you're a person that believes, when you look at the 13th, 14th, 15th, and think about radical equality in the United States, or how some of these promises represented in the Constitution of who we're supposed to be as a country and how we're supposed to work together to provide governance. Second, why do you believe the Founding Fathers and voting citizenry chose to incorporate the amendment you choose? What is underlying their thinking? The Founding Fathers, one of the things that we do that's a mistake in the United States sometimes is think about them as solely a group and all agreeing on everything. And they disagreed about all sorts of stuff all the time. We can go back, look at the conversations, whether it's at the Constitutional Convention, whether it's in their personal writings, all those other kinds of things. And we can see these people had unique viewpoints that led to critical debate, or what we call dissent, which I think is the most fundamental aspect of the United States, that we can disagree and still coexist and create a government that's meant to provide liberty and justice for everyone. So why do you think they put that in 1791? And then how do you believe the importance of the constitutional amendment you've chosen has changed in the more than 225 years since it was put together? I think those are really important to take a look at. It'll help you explore maybe one of the things that you find really important in the Bill of Rights and put your best foot forward there. The other thing you got to do is work on the Unit 4 assessment, which is a combination of multiple choice, some matching, It should be a fairly easy assignment. How I like to work through assessments like this, if I were in the courses, I would sit down, I would open it up and look through it all first, so you know, okay, I'm looking for the embargo of 1807, and then as you read through the text, be just answering as you go through. I think that's a great strategy for it. If you can get the familiarity with what you're going to be looking for, then you can go in and put that together in a meaningful way. It should be a good way to ensure that you're working through the different unit resources and putting your best foot forward in the course. I appreciate the hard work you've put in so far. I look forward to the great things you're going to do this week. Good luck.